A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, "Wild Pines," encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Pick up the pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. You've just picked up medicine. Yeah. Wake him up. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room. Now we cannot try again until we level up that skill. Alright, good talk, team. It's time to head out into the world and investigate the dead body situation. First, though, we got some green boys. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Baby snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. How very topical. I'm kind of in the way of the portraits, aren't I? Should not, but if I'm going to be in the way no matter where I am. We're going to slide slightly. Yes, perfect. It's like I'm in the party now. Perfect. Alright. Rue de Saint Gelshine 8B. There are balls inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. One day. Examine the fence. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza. Reconstruct the movement. No can do. No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you are having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Well, we'll be back one day to try again. So, the dead body's back here. There it is, getting pelted by this small child.
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there was ever such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nabakumpi Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Hold on, what does that mean? The kid is obviously high. Let's see. Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
The shit himself!
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kono know what a rake is? Kono's not a gardener!
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You
forces?
will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure, unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures. Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kono. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body, what do you know about it? Shitlord Pig, what's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking. We're not gonna whisper to Kim. You kids often play in this yard? Right, Pig, this is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. Who is Kuno? Kuno's Kuno, Pig! The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield. Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation. Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. He seems offended. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book. Watch out, Kuno, he's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Help! The boy joins in. He's got Kuno! Help! I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, get the out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you. Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, right before Kuno fucks you. Bang! Got fucked by Kuno, you hear him say as you walk away. We alright. You want to get fucked again? Come back. Smells like spoiled meat in the curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. The kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Just examine the body. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Let go of your nose without throwing up. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. It's not gonna happen. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies at your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. Fucking corpse. The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think ammonia would help? Ammonia? Yeah, ammonia. If you can I don't know why I suddenly had a stroke. If you can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with cadaver odor. But not you. I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell. Unlike you. Okay, but where do we get ammonia from? The Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow in the corner of the whirling rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Yes, having ammonia is a modifier. Let's go talk to the lady. We'll leave the children to their own devices. Which is mostly throwing rocks at the corpse. Hello, miss.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You seem surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some? Oh, sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. The street sign says, fuck the police. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. What about the other sign? Pigs go home? Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving. No need to worry, the lieutenant steps in. We're not saying you did. Okay, I didn't. She leans back, shoulders relaxing. I don't need directions. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. Alright, we got the ammonia. Don't have to equip the ammonia, right? Nope, just have the ammonia. We're gonna try again. Now, we have very low endurance, so the ammonia is probably not a great benefit to this situation. It went from 3% to 8%. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. The ammonia didn't help at all. Nor does the wind right now. You feel the lieutenant pat your back rhythmically. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats you on your back again. Then drive to the station, maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There's a pause. A white lie. Not being hungover helps, too. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. No, this is a two-man assignment, because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. He withdraws his hand and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. Okay. We should talk to the locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour, get yourself together, and then come back and have another go. So, volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that will help. Internalize. And now we'll go investigate other things in the meantime. What's going on over here? This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. My son, hello. He approaches. Would you like to investigate? Here he is. There he go. My son, I cannot read the dialogue box. That's okay, we'll just use the OBS window. I suppose. It's too small. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material. Eternite. Why am I looking at this pile of oh my god, my son. Of the roofing material? Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid palette, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. What is this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vardtine Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever, hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect. Fascinating. Failing that one was kind of inconvenient. We'll have to come back. We're failing many checks right now. We'll come back another time. It's okay. You know, we've got to wait for our shit to get together anyway. So, hey, you. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Keep listening.
Hey there.
I am the law.
Yes, you are, my man.
He nods empathically. What's going on here?
What's the jam, my man?
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
Traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. So how long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both. I dig your style, man.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for working stiff? Huh? Sudden financial duties snap him out of his daze. Oh no, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. Makes sense. Well, I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me, or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck if I had, say, 4 myself. Tell me about this strike. It's like whatever's going on up at the docks, workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff I hear, like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I have heard talk there's a company rep in town, too, like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up, precise demands, and so on. Ah yes, from the Wild Pines, he takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else? He thinks. Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers, Camineers. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high, or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing, chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior. What do you see in his eyes? Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter. Hey, ma'am. You look sad. What's going on with you? You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes through the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it? Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong. Know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us lorry drivers, I know that, all accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here, keep him busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what? Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Ask for his conclusion. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. My son, please, I cannot see the text. What are you hauling, anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. Wicked, I always wanted a friend in the underworld. Ha, no, I'm joking, my man, he grins. Flan runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods, you know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, whatever. Though we've been making headway in the Lil Moran market lately. Could I get one of those flan tracksuits you're holding? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happening. That's enough questions for now. I'm good. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Good talk, team. Let's, what's this? Goods from the lorry haphazardly littered surroundings. Let's examine the statue. You know, it's very avant-garde. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Swandenier, the greatest of the Philippine kings, of Revachol, son of Felipe II, the opulent, father of Felipe IV, the insane. What did this king do? Even by the standards of the Philippine kings, old sumptuous Felipe was known for his prolificacy. Prolificacy? What the fuck is wrong with me? Prolificacy. In what way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury. He blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the Suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the Anticentennial Revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulidian Isola. Jesus fucking Christ. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth, Kregorens, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Arorum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon, instead of a bed like a normal person. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. But wait, you haven't even heard about the fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Felipe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. What is nose candy? Cocaine. This is a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated drugging. That's what the revolutionaries said. 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insuldinian Bay. Where is he buried now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insuldinian Bay. Thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. I feel like we just covered this. What happened to the statue, my son? Relax. The original was blown apart by the Commards, but then further damaged during the landing of the Coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the Coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statues. If the Commards had more time, they would have reduced it to even finer pieces. Who restored the monument? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Avachol in the poorest part of the city. My son, you seem to be having some trouble with your ear. We will examine this later. The statue is supposed to capture the monument the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. My son, please do not scratch directly on the microphone. Just like, tunk, 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 tunk. Don't do it again. I can see you thinking about doing it again. I really don't get art. Now, my son. Neither do people in Martinez. The statue has proved to be controversial in a neighborhood mostly populated by left-leaning working class. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism. But you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved a later time. Felipe III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about the hoi polloi think of him in his death. Not that he ever did in life, either. Good talk, team. Hello, friend. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hand, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. My son, please. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions. No response. Whatever this woman is, wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Snap your fingers in front of her. The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
You say so. Sorry, we'll come harass her when Kim's not here. Oh, sick. Some fucking money. Oh yeah, should definitely be holding tab as I walk around. What we got in here? A foreign car kept in good condition. A Stas Rajko, one of the finest whatever the fuck made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Who drives these? Not many people outside of Grad and Revachol, West too, it appears. Hey Kim, check this out! A Stas Reg KK2. That's a classic model, the lieutenant replies with a nod. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time. Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time? No, only the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of the great, an ancient ruler. His banners were famously sapphire and white, the colors of the Stas Resort. What happened last time, Kim? An old case from my precinct. A couple of immigrants saw a Stas Rejko stopped in a street, painted just like this, muddy brown, murdered the driver on the spot. Damn, could have done it. They said it was an honor killing, hussar style. This community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. He shakes his head. 5,000 came to the protest. Correction. 4,395, the fourth largest public protest of a criminal record in history. Let's not do that. Who are the community? People we're paid to protect, the lieutenant shakes his head. Let's leave it at that. What'd they sentence the killers to? He studies his reflection in the car window. 4 years for murder and reunion. The lieutenant shrugs. The perps were remorseful. They're sorry. Knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system. The prisons in the greater Revachol industrial harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the longer the cost. Kim, could our hanged man have been the driver of this car? I tried to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like that before actually examining the body, the lieutenant says with a slight smirk, but my initial guess is the two are unrelated. Interesting. Before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job. Yes, detective. I think it looks better brown and black. Okay, the lieutenant takes his glasses off to polish. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this, but I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way. We've done it. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Hey! Let's go examine that dead body now, brother. Let's go do that.